Well, and you know what? I mean, in ski areas, this is going to be an incredible storm coming up for tomorrow. We've got a little bit of snow north of the Mass Pike that comes in late tonight to early tomorrow morning. Shouldn't amount to that much. I'll show you here in a second. Then tomorrow, it's street flooding, big puddles. Widespread flooding, though, is unlikely the way that I see it. It's a lot of rain. It's a couple inches, but it shouldn't be enough to cause widespread flooding. And then the best ski conditions of the winter, and that's what a lot of people have been reporting this week, only are going to get better after the huge snow coming in for tomorrow. Sunday's going to be amazing in northern New England. All right, temperatures right now running in the 20s. The cold air is in place. But the other thing that I mentioned at the start of the half hour, the dew point temperature, measure the amount of moisture in the air is really negligible. You've got very dry air that's in place right now. So that is going to impact you here today in terms of the dry part of the body here. You want to make sure that you've got you're hydrating enough, etc. But it also means the pollen is out because we've entered that season too. And the brush fire danger is moderate. So it is weird. You've got this like wintry air, but you've got the spring phenomenon still going on. And today you'll get sunshine for a lot of the day. Notice your actual highs are in the 40s with a breeze. It'll feel like the upper 30s. I mentioned earlier that all the players are on the map. The Gulf moisture, the southern energy, the northern energy and cold air. You can analyze the map, and it's a textbook storm development map here where you've got the warmth and the cold colliding and the storm coming along it with an area of high pressure or fair weather to hold the cold, at least in northern New England. But again, I think when this stuff arrives in the pre-dawn tomorrow after midnight tonight, notice the mix in pink, the snow in blue. So anywhere north of the Pike, you've got that opportunity for a little while in the morning. I think once we get to, let's say, about 9 or 10 a.m., that rain line's starting to recoil north. By noon, it's all the way up to Concord, New Hampshire. There's still a little bit of perhaps icing that goes on in northwest Worcester County, and then the snow is falling in the mountains. For the rest of us, the rain intensity in the morning will be fairly light. It'll be steady, but it'll be fairly light. Then the heavier downpours come in the second half of the day to the evening and night. As this blasts through, it could end as a couple of snowflakes overnight Saturday night, but by Sunday it's gone. The white and gray you see Sunday, that's lingering clouds. It'll mute the sunshine over the course of the day, and with a cold wind, it'll feel chilly on Sunday. So in terms of how much snow you're going to get, maybe a coating to an inch in the pre-dawn hours from Worcester, running up to about, let's say, Cape Ann, just away from the shoreline because the wind's coming out of the southeast, and then up to the Merrimack Valley in extreme southern New Hampshire, around 2 inches from, let's say, Londonderry to Manchester. Then your amounts would pick up pretty quickly as we start getting to Concord and especially to Tilton with a big widespread 8 to 12 and pockets of 12 to 18 when you get across, let's say, the Green Mountains, the Presidentials, maybe even just north of Maine as well, of Bangor as well as you run up to Route 1 and you make your way up into eastern portions of Maine and into Aroostook County for that matter as well. Here at home, whatever little amount of snow we see is going to wash away. Look at the rainfall totals, 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Again, a lot of rain, probably not widespread flooding. Highs tomorrow are going to be coming up into the 40s for us. Notice it is colder in Manchester, a high of 40. A lot of the day spent in the 30s. You get that snow to change to rain, but it stays a cold rain. Then Sunday, you're in the 40s, but the wind chill Sunday is likely going to be about 30. So, I mean, it's a very cool kind of wintry feeling day. Up in the mountains, it may be just windy enough for some chairlift holds to the summits on Sunday, but again, it's going to be epic conditions. And then we get out into next week, and you've got showers coming in at midweek.